Hey, my friends. Happy 4th of July. I'm coming on here. It's actually kind of early in the morning. It's about 8:30 in the morning on Friday, July 4th, 2025. And got one dog back there, one on the floor. I was hoping one of my other little buddies was going to come up here and say hello to all of you guys. I'm in my little festive. Every year I wear this. A friend of mine, Jim Hettinger, who is a technician. I don't know. I think he volunteers for the area for which he's in, where he sets off fireworks every year for the community or this town or something. And many, many years ago, I met him online through the rooms of Pogo when we used to play games. And many, many years ago, he gifted me this shirt, and I love it. When you fold up the cuffs, it has this little firework on there, all gold glitter, handmade, and it still fits. Not the kind of fit that I like, but for sitting here and doing a video in honor of this day, why not? But anyways, so I'm not really going to report on my weight. I'm just going to talk about a couple of things so that I don't run on and go over about 10 minutes. I've been trying to keep it at. Now, not that I'm limited by YouTube in any fashion to limit my videos to that time, but I think it's just better that I don't do these long videos and take up too much of anybody's time. I really don't have a lot to say at this point that I hadn't probably said many years ago when I was doing hopefully well. I've had my ups and downs, and I don't take offense to anybody who would not be watching my videos based on the fact that I'm not always doing the greatest. I have my moments. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. It's just real. It's my life, real life. It's here for me to look back on and see where I've been. Hopefully remind me what I did that worked for me when it worked, and remind me what I did when it wasn't working so that I don't repeat those same bad mistakes that I made. And yeah, I usually don't call them accidents or mistakes. I usually say they're just occasions that take place that are lessons that we learn from. But I was watching Homestead How. He has been on a carnivore diet for, I don't even know now how many years it's been. Probably the last, I want to say, 4 or 5 that I've been, doing the yo-yo effect. And then you got his wife on board, who was a vegan, and his daughter, he got her first on board, who is a vegan. He's a father of triplets, actually, and from my knowledge. And don't quote me on any of this stuff. Just go look at his channel if you want to find out all this good information, because he's a wonderful YouTuber. He does not know who I am. Maybe he does. I don't know. I might have posted a time or two back, because he has been doing the Healing Humanity documentary. And he's got a lot of good doctors that's on that documentary, and a lot of people who have much success in healing a lot of their pre-diagnosed ailments and whatnot that they've dealt with all their lives, and even pills were not helping fix the issues, as they seldom do. And he was raising money, and he probably still is raising money to continue on with this documentary series or whatever it may be. And I found a lot of good people from his channel, as well as many of the people that he was featuring on his documentary I had already been following. So I don't follow a lot of these people as much anymore. And one of the reasons why, I used to really only follow them for motivation, because I totally needed a lot of that motivation. I needed a push to get myself back into doing what I knew was going to be best for me and the way I felt. It wasn't just about weight loss anymore, even though obviously that was the biggest obvious reason that I needed to do something that was outside of what I had been doing, which was eating carbs and going back into the old habits and eating all the garbage foods and all the processed stuff and you name it. I know, and this is the insanity of the addiction, I know that all that stuff was no good because of the habits that I had prior and the results that I got from them. And they were all negative results. I was talking about Jim Hedinger, and on my phone something popped up that he posted something. It's good to have friends. Been friends with him since like 1990, so it's many, many years. I used to own a website called pogonuts.com, and it was for people who played games on Pogo, which then was bought out by EA. So anyways, enough about that. I don't play many games online anymore. I don't have time. I turned 55 back on the 7th of May, for any of those who are coming on here and don't know who I am. I did all kinds of different diets dating back to, oh gosh, well, October 2nd, 2011 is the day that I decided enough was enough, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And if you'd like, you can see that video. It's in my, I believe, weight loss journey playlist. And I think I started my channel here on the 4th of October of 2017. No, I'm sorry. 2012. Was it 2012? Something like that, yeah. January 8th, 2017, I found and started the keto diet, ketogenic diet. So, but anyways, I had been doing keto, carnivore, back and forth for a little bit around, I want to say June 19th or June 26th, 2019. I don't have any notes in front of me, and I don't really even think it's important anymore because all of that, you know, that was then, this is now, and I'm here in the present and doing what I need to do moving forward. But I want to say that what has changed, well, for one, my hair got shorter. I cut it all off. When my mom got sick with cancer the second time around, her hair was falling out in clumps, and I cut her hair for easier manageability because I was taking care of her, and it really didn't look all that great anyways. And so by it being shorter, it took the focus away from the fact that a lot of it was like falling out and was very thin. And I said, you know, I'm going to do it in honor of you, Mom, and I'm going to cut my hair off. And my hair was all the way down to the middle of my butt again. So I knew it would grow back, but I wanted to do it for my mom. And my hair, her hair was always dark, so my hair was like dark black. I'm actually a strawberry blonde, although now in my older years I'm more blonde and gray, so the lighter I am, the better it is, because then you don't see the routage. But, yeah, so I cut my hair for my mom. And then she passed away last year in January on the 21st. I can't even believe that. July. I don't want to edit this video. She passed away on July 21st of 2024. And this being the month of July, I know that the anniversary of her passing is coming up. But prior to that, her birthday, now it'll be her heavenly birthday, is coming up on the 10th of July. And then also my father was the 11th of July. And it would have been her 84th birthday and his 93rd. So, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to react as I get closer to the days. I do miss my mom a lot. I've had other relatives that I've dealt with who have passed, or that I'm still dealing with who have passed, and I generally handle it very well. Do I miss them? Yes, but not as much as I find that I miss my mom. And I was warned sometime or other that that was going to happen, that I was going to end up missing my mother because it's not like anybody else. And I did take care of her for 20 years, so there's that. I'm already coming up on 10 minutes, and I haven't even gotten halfway through of what I wanted to discuss on this video. But I want to say that my highest weight was 311.3 pounds back last year on the 2nd of June of 2024. And it's like a blip in my memory. But I know that the weight's coming off this time around pretty fast, but I'm heavier again. And the heavier you are, the more weight you take off, especially in the beginning. You probably have a big whoosh or a lot of whooshes. And, you go to the bathroom and you expel a lot of what's going on inside of you. I feel tons better, is all I'm going to say about that. Because I am detoxing. My body is definitely expelling the poisons that I have been putting into it over the last several years. The lowest weight that I saw was back on February 13th of 2024. I had seen 275.8 on the scale. And I would have to say that most of last year, though, I was in the 280s, then 290s, and then back up in the 300s. And I had been steady just eating and not even caring, not even getting on the scale. And for me, that allowed me to notice that not getting on the scale kept me not like very aware and like not really caring and just eating what I wanted to and enjoying food with my husband. And we both were just getting very unhealthy again. So he kept saying, we got to do this, we got to do this. I kept saying, we got to do this, we got to do this. And then we'd go to the grocery store and we'd end up buying some stuff we shouldn't have been buying. So we'd end up eating some stuff we shouldn't have been eating. Now, the only thing I can say that's changed this time around as of the 1st of July is, again, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. He's sick and tired of being sick and tired. And although he has a weight loss tool because he had VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery in 2014, he, can drink Mountain Dew and drink all of his calories in a matter of a few sodas and a bag of some, whatever those voodoo chips are. And it's crazy. I would see him with that stuff and say, what are you doing to yourself? Do you know how many calories are in there? Do you know how much sodium is in there? Do you know how much garbage is in there? Not to mention the seed oils that fry that stuff. And he doesn't know, even still to this day at 61 years of age, what's in anything. And he doesn't know how to read a nutrition label, or maybe he knows how to read it, but I don't think he understands what he's reading. And I've tried to tell him, your mental health, your anxiety. His mouth's in fast forward, brain's in rewind, and he's manic most of the time from having butt tons of sugar and carbs, which converts to sugar. Mountain Dew is one of the highest, worst things you can drink, and he was with the Baja something or other. And last night, as I said in my previous video from yesterday, he was craving a Mountain Dew, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to tell him about these little candies that I have there with my vitamins, and I still didn't get rid of them. But I don't like them, so they're not bothering me. But obviously he don't want them either because he didn't eat them. I did end up saying something. I think my video was a little confusing because I said I wanted to say it, didn't say it, and then I did. Well, I did, but he didn't want them. But, yeah. So now this is like going into, this is probably going to be a 15-minute video. Oh, well. Anyways, guys, I hope you're all celebrating, but doing it in a healthy fashion. Don't, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I hope that anybody watching this video, if you see it prior to whatever festivities and whatnot and celebrations that you are going to or going to be having today, that you realize you don't have to eat cake and you don't have to eat any of those rich, heavily sugar-laden, crappy foods in order to celebrate. You can celebrate the holiday and celebrate yourself by feeling great and continuing to feel great if you're already on some sort of plan, and just eat what you can to sustain your fuel and give you the energy you need for the day. I'm going to do the same thing. If I eat anything, it's going to be some sort of an animal protein. And yeah, I don't have any cookies or cakes or anything that's going to be able to tempt me. If I do have a little bit of a party with my hubby, it's just going to be some hot dogs, hamburgers, or just some hamburgers mainly, because hot dogs really to me aren't that clean, even though I got all beef ones. But yeah, just enjoy your day, everybody. And I'm going to keep trying to come on here and do these videos for you guys. So, love you guys. Happy 4th and be blessed.